The shocking detention of Rumasa Öztürk, a Fulbright scholar's fight against unjust deportation. The seemingly ordinary Tuesday afternoon took a terrifying turn for Rumasa Öztürk, a 30-year-old Fulbright scholar and doctoral student at Tufts University. While walking in a Boston area suburb, she was abruptly apprehended by masked, plainclothes officers in an incident captured on surveillance footage that has since ignited a firestorm of outrage and sparked a crucial legal battle against the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS. The video, which quickly went viral, depicts a scene reminiscent of a kidnapping, leaving viewers stunned and questioning the legality and ethics of the arrest. Öztürk's detention is not merely an isolated incident. It's a chilling example of the Trump administration's escalating crackdown on pro-Palestinian activism on U.S. college campuses. The DHS claims Öztürk's visa was terminated due to her alleged involvement in activities supporting Hamas, a claim they have failed to substantiate with any concrete evidence. This lack of transparency fuels suspicions that the arrest was, in fact, retaliation for her involvement in a student opinion piece published in the university newspaper. The article, co-authored by Öztürk and 3 fellow students, called upon Tufts University to acknowledge the Palestinian genocide and divest from companies with ties to Israel. This seemingly academic expression of political opinion has become the basis for her potential deportation to Turkey, a country she has not called home for years. The chilling implication is that voicing critical opinions about U.S. foreign policy can now lead to the arbitrary revocation of visas and deportation. The arrest itself was deeply unsettling. Öztürk was on the phone with her mother, preparing to break her Ramadan fast with friends, when she was confronted and detained. A witness, a 32-year-old bystander who filmed the incident, described the scene as like a kidnapping, a sentiment echoed by many who have viewed the disturbing footage. The clandestine nature of the arrest, involving masked officers in plain clothes, further underscores the heavy-handed tactics employed by DHS. Adding to the outrage, despite an emergency court order from U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani preventing Öztürk's removal from Massachusetts without prior notification, Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE, a branch of DHS, transferred her to Louisiana. This blatant disregard for a judicial order demonstrates a shocking disregard for the rule of law and basic legal procedure. The ACLU, representing Öztürk, strongly condemned this action, highlighting the lack of notification to her legal counsel, the court, or even the U.S. Department of Justice lawyers. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, when questioned about the arrest, offered a troubling justification, suggesting that the U.S. was revoking visas from individuals supportive of movements that run counter to the foreign policy of the United States. His statement implies that international students have no right to engage in social activism or express dissenting views on campus. This chilling assertion threatens academic freedom and the very principles of open discourse within U.S. universities. However, Öztürk's friends and family paint a different picture. They describe her not as a radical activist or protest leader, but as a dedicated student, a volunteer working with refugee children, and a participant in interfaith gatherings. Her brother poignantly highlighted that she was merely months away from completing her doctorate degree, a testament to her commitment to her studies and her future. The stark contrast between the DHS's portrayal and the reality of Öztürk's life underscores the potential for arbitrary targeting and the unfairness of the accusations. The case of Rumasa Öztürk is not isolated. The Trump administration has targeted students and academics at numerous prestigious universities, including Columbia, Georgetown, Cornell, and Brown, demonstrating a pattern of suppressing dissent and targeting those who express pro-Palestinian views. The implication is clear. Expressing pro-Palestinian sentiments is now a potentially deportable offense, regardless of one's academic standing or contributions to society. This incident raises critical questions about due process, the right to free speech, and the potential for political persecution disguised as immigration enforcement. The lack of evidence supporting the DHS's accusations, coupled with the clandestine nature of the arrest and the blatant disregard for a court order, points to a disturbing abuse of power. Öztürk's fight is not just her own. It's a fight for academic freedom, for the rule of law, and for the right to express dissenting opinions without fear of arbitrary deportation. The international community is watching closely, as this case tests the very foundations of justice and fairness within the United States. The outcome of Öztürk's legal battle will have far-reaching implications for international students, academic freedom, and the future of political discourse within American universities. Her story serves as a stark warning of the potential consequences of silencing dissenting voices and the need for robust legal protections against such abuses of power. The world awaits the final judgment, hoping for a just resolution that upholds the principles of fairness and justice.